Hello guys, this is Roger69501 and welcome to my channel. Well, on this video I'm gonna give you my top 4 Dark Knight Metal issue number 1. I got, the metal one. Well, at least they're trying to make it look like it's some kind of metal. It's all about the glare. But love this cover. Not only that, they also have that the heavy metal signal. Yep, that's what it is, the heavy metal signal. Awesome. Well, to the story. Okay, now this comic book has a lot of twist and turn. A lot of it. So the comic start 50,000 years ago. As we can see, like a lizard running through the desert, and we just see kind of like a shadowy Batman. And then blood. That's it. Then from there, we go kind of like a gladiator arena, and there's where we see all the members of the Justice League dressed as some kind of like a gladiator because they're going to fight. Now you're probably wondering how they're there, because I was wondering that myself. I mean, how they can be there so willingly, you know. I mean, how they can be there, standing there like, okay, do you wanna fight dragons? Okay, fine, let's go. But I was wondering how they can do that, and the thing is that, well, the armor that they have, each one of them has a special. Each armor is special, kind of like it will diminish the superpower of each member. So each member armor, it diminishes their superpower. They're still strong as an average human, but not as all the way up being no more superhero. So they have to fight a robot. Yeah, well, this is new. I was expecting a dragon. Or two-headed claw, or maybe four-headed dragon. But now they're gonna fight a machine. Oh well, what the heck. So it's all about fight, fight, fight. How the Justice League are gonna get the fight and finish and win. The thing is that while all that's going on, suddenly the machines kind of like start to absorb them, kind of like make them part of them. And all the members of the Justice League, they are kind of afraid. And Batman says, look, guys, let it happen. Let the machine absorb us. Don't fight it. Just let go. And is kind of worried, like, are you sure about this, Batman? Batman says, well, yes I am. Hey, I'm Batman. But eventually they all took a chance and they listened to Batman and they let themselves to be absorbed by the machine. Just to turn into a kind of like a Megatron, Transformer, Justice League robot. Now check that out. Awesome. And it's made by each one of the Justice League member. Just by looking at the color, you can tell what part belongs to who. Other thing, on this issue, they also acknowledge when Aquaman lost his hand and he was using a hook back in the 90s. Well, they acknowledged that here. Here also, that was funny. So that's kind of like establishing that, well, actually Aquaman went through that. So they want to make that retcon. No, the thing is that once the fight was over, the thing is that, excuse me, Mongols' war planet, it was destroyed. Now this new World War that he has is being constructed by Toyman, believe it or not. And that giant machine that the Justice League was fighting, well, It was made by Toyman. So he has now his new planet done by, actually it's not a planet, it's more or less like a giant toy. So it's that just kind of embarrassed. So other than that, it was fun. So back to the story. So then after the fight is over, we see the Justice League return to planet Earth. And that's the thing I did not understand. From one thing to the next, I mean, I did not see what happened between when they turn into a giant robot and going back to planet Earth. It says here that I have to read Dark Days of Force and the casting, which I already read. But kind of like they should not do that. They just kind of like make the story flow. At least a couple of panels that will let me know what happened between this and that. But what the heck. So once that they return to planet Earth, guess what? They return to Gotham City just to see a mountain in the middle of the city. And you know what that means, right? Millions of people have died. Check that out. So the thing is that they on this story have been acknowledged, not completely, not in a straight way, but they acknowledge that that mountain belongs to the challenge of the unknown, or the challengers of the unknown. It's a four or five guys group, four guys and one woman. Originally, there used to be four guys, and then later on they add the fifth member, which happens to be a woman, and she's a computer genius or whatever. I don't know. So they come from the future. So the thing is that they kind of like how I can explain it. And you see that logo here, over here on the last panel. Well, that's the logo for the challengers of the unknown. The challenges of the unknown. I never read too much about them. I don't know too much information about them. So that's another thing that for us that we never read or have a little bit of information about the challengers of the unknown. Well, maybe some of you have to do like I did. Go online and just kind of like read, a little bit here, a little bit there about the backstory or information about them. So that's more or less that's how I understood that this mountain was belong to the challengers of the known. Now the thing is that those group of guys, they're inside of the mountain, kind of like in a coma state, suspended animation, kind of. So the thing is that they also mentioned Black Hawk, which Batman was investigating back in Old Star Batman from issue 6 to 9, as we can see here. So the Black Hawk are another group of guys, kind of like they were kind of like World War II flying ace, yeah, flying ace from World War II, and then from there. But I don't know much about the Black Hawks. There are a bunch of pilots. That's what it is. There's nothing more to tell about it. Now, what is the motivation? I have no idea because I never read Black Hawk. So sorry about that. And then from there we see that they go to her headquarters, and which happens to be in the Pacific, that little island right there. Really nice. Check that out. I have to say that I love the art. I mean, Greg Capullo, which actually Spanish Greg Capullo, is awesome. I like how he draws the Justice League. I mean, he should be working on the Justice League book, but not now. But once the main artist right now decides to not work anymore, so they should hire Greg Capullo to do Justice League. I like his work. And the first time I saw his work was back in the 90s when he used to do Spawn, believe it or not. And if I had to choose between McFarlane and Capullo, I would say that Capullo, he draws a lot better than McFarlane. Not that McFarlane is bad. I mean, he's a great artist, but I would say they're more or less kind of like the same, little bit. But I like more Greg Capullo. Okay, back to the story. So the Lady Hawk here, she's showing the map of the ultra of the multiverse. Remember that miniseries? Well, here it is. So from there we see the picture of some of the members of the Challenger of the Unknown with Red Tornado in the middle of it. Check that out. Awesome. So the thing is that while they are looking at the map, so the thing is that she said, well, here's the map for the multiverse. But there's a dark side of the multiverse. And also have a map from that place. So what she does, she takes the map and she just flip it over. So the other side is just black. So there is the map from the dark universe. So that's where more or less what I believe this dark come from. Dark metal. So basically that's what's going on, and then Red Tornado shows up and he gets crazy, start fighting everybody. So and then Batman escape riding uh, Velociraptor. Maybe that's what they use to one of the covers. Yeah. And then from there we see this what's his name? The one that used a gold helmet. Forgot his name. And also we see this kind of like a giant egg, which I believe happens to be the Plastic Man. And you see all those figures on the center here of the page. Well, those are the dark heroes or the dark bad guys. So the book ends when the guy from his name is Dream Man or Dream from Sandman. I believe it's from Sandman, which I never read Sandman, so I don't know much about him. But that's a guy who show up on the end of the story. A guy from Sandman. I think his call is Dreamer or Green Man or just Dream. I'm not sure. I don't. I think it's Dream. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter about you know what I'm trying to say. So this book has a lot of stuff in it. So, like me, that don't know much about Black Hawks and Challenges of the Unknown, well, maybe some of you have to do like I did. Go to online and just read a little bit, just kind of like to understand where those guys come from. But other than that, it was good. It was really good. And I would give it 5 out of 5. So if you're not reading it, go get it. Get it. Because it's really good. It's really, the story is it's real smooth ride. So, what can I say? I'll give it 5 out of 5. Well, guys, this is it. I hope that you like this video. See you later. Bye.